Tale as old as time. Time for a Shek check. See what I did there? It's time for a Shek check. For months, I felt hopeless. Months. Hopeless in every single possible and plausible way. For others, it seemed that I didn't have the capacity to keep a job. I kept quitting for various reasons, all feeling, completely legitimate with my limited view of how businesses should run and how they should be. And people just use the bipolar as an excuse, letting me know it's okay. You can't keep a job because you're bipolar. So I took advantage of my out, And then I just started believing it. I was incapable to have a job or keep a job because I'm bipolar. It became my truth. And then it became that if I had an opinion or the opinion came from a place of emotion, some people around me just attributed that to the bipolar. So I actually didn't have those opinions. The bipolar did. Then to the people around me, if I just didn't say something that they liked or agreed with, you bet your booty that was attributed to the bipolar. And eventually, I believed all that was true. Stigma is ignorance plus miseducation plus assumptions plus discrimination of some sort. Discrimination of thoughts, opinions, actions. It's all because he's bipolar. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's what was all around me. That's what had infected me. Because that's what stigma is. An infection. And I let it in. And it drained me. It drained me of me. Which just led to months of depression, dread of failure, and facing failure for the rest of my life. Feeling like I wasn't me, that I didn't have me anymore, and I never would. I was sure of it. I just kept trying to find it and reclaim it. But I needed a sign. A sign, something to tell me for sure that it was time. Something to tell me for sure that it was time to end it all. A sign. September 2nd, 2016. I received an email telling me that I hadn't gotten this acting job, which I was sure would turn everything around for me. It would give me value again. I would have value to others, success in some form. It would prove that I am Eris and I can do it. Was I trying to convince them, or was I trying to convince me? I didn't get the job. My sign. Permission granted. It was time to end my life. I spent the next 2 days in planning mode, writing goodbye letters to family and friends, making a list of phone numbers of friends who needed to know that I was gone, details regarding my funeral, like what I wanted to be buried in and who I wanted to speak. All of these things were going to be put in one big envelope and left on the kitchen table for my mom. I live with my mom. She would be the one who finds me. Meanwhile, I'm also figuring out when my mom would be out of the house and how long she'd be gone. I didn't even want there to be a possibility of being stopped or being saved. September 5th, 2016. Today was the day. I prepared 38 pills in a manageable, swallowable groupings. My mom left. I put the big envelope on the table next to a separate card for her. I took all 38 pills. I got comfortable in bed. And I prepared to fall asleep, ready to never have to wake up again. Yet 2 days later, I woke up in a hospital bed and intubated. I get why it's easier for others to just assume or want to believe that it was bipolar or my medication or just a bipolar depressive episode that sent me into doing what I did. I mean, it's always easier to believe an outside force caused this versus a person's own thinking. A person's own thinking that they knowingly wanted to end things in full mental capacity. It would be easier for me to believe that too. I'm done with easy. I'm done with comfortable. I'm done with writing things off or believing I have no accountability for my actions, my thoughts, my opinions, just because I have bipolar disorder. When I do that, it allows others to do that too. I'm me. I am not bipolar. That belief infected me and it took me down. Those beliefs infected me and it took me down. That stigma infected me and it took me down. I cannot emphasize enough what stigma can do to a person living with mental illness. And some say that that's me not taking responsibility for ending my life. I took the action. I wrote the letters. I remember everything that I wrote. I wrote the instructions. I remember writing them. I made the plan. I hurt the people in my life. Those are my actions. My responsibility. Someone once said to me, a gun can't kill without the bullets inside. I put the bullets inside. Someone else put the lead or the gunpowder in the bullets. The deadly part. Stigma is the bullet.